Hello everyone, welcome to another video. What day is it today? Tuesday today? Is it Tuesday today, Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tuesday today. Chris has been out in a trailer that I crashed last week.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that. Come have a look.
Had a bit of an incident with a small vehicle, just a truck.
So this is broke.
Hang on, camera was pointing the other way.
So there's some damage there.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can see it.
a little bit.
Right, that's
Is
not.
there any rust in there?
That's not going to patch.
No?
No.
Can't you use some of that like tyre goo?
Yeah, that's bent. This is cracked, and this is scuffed.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're going to see if we can get maybe two of these,
Yeah.
depending on how much they are really.
Well, we need at least one.
Because this one probably could cut off actually with a knife. But that one's cracked.
So basically, I don't know if you remember, I think in one of the videos I mentioned how I needed to take back a car to Sheffield, the red Mark 1. Well, I took it back.
No
And
matter
thought-
how you dress it, you still crashed it.
Yeah, I'm getting there, Yeah, so I took the car back and fortunately this happened on the way back with an empty trailer.
It wasn't your fault,
Well,
but it was
I don't think it was my fault, but anyway, as I was it's 4-lane part of the motorway, as I was coming down and there was a truck in the 2nd lane, I'm in the 3rd lane, obviously I can't go to the 4th lane whilst towing. And as I was sort of bearing down on him, he was wandering over the white line and I should have stopped, shouldn't have carried on past him. Anyway, I carried on past him, a car was coming past me on the right and then that truck started to wander across my lane again. And yeah, truck trailer interface not good. I'll put some pictures of the truck in there if I remember. You right there, Chris?
Yeah.
Shall I just watch?
Yeah.
That looks like hard work. I've worked out a thing with that. Have I told you?
What?
When we were trying to line it up with our security measure.
Get the posts.
No.
With that.
If you line up,
Match it in with this patch here.
yeah, if you line up that, hang on, that with the centre of that tree,
Oh yeah. Does it work?
yeah. Anyway, I'm going to keep standing on it, that'll help. Right, let's get back to business, shall we? Right, this bronze one, sorry it's a bit glary today, the sun's quite low and right above my head. This bronze one, this was the one that came in for an MOT. This side ended up having rear sill and arch. That's back from paint now. Got to blend this colour most of the time. It just doesn't match usually. So that's had a blended door, blended boot lid, rear scuttle. You get away with a bumper in most cases. And then this side, it had the seal repair, which hasn't been blended and doesn't look too bad. The fading isn't so bad at low level. It's more up here where you need to worry about it. This one's coming for exhaust and a few other bits and bobs, MOT as well I think. This one here, I should know really, but I can't remember what that one's in for. I think this has had, no, don't know, can't remember what that one is. Work it out at some point. Oh my god, what happened to that? Seagulls. Right, so that we've got a buyer for that now, so that's going to be going through the works. Chris is going to be getting onto that once he's finished the Le Mans, or the Le Mans goes to the paint in a couple of weeks. This Mark 1 here, this is coming at the beginning of the week. Actually it came in last week, and I've just submitted a proposal and estimate for the works on that. It'd be nice if that gets done, because this is actually, although it looks a bit on the tatty side, I don't know what camera's doing. Hang on, what's going on here? Yeah, as long as it looks a bit on the tatty side, it's actually not that bad. Obviously needs a full respray, but in terms of rust, down there you can see on the seal, all it actually needs is an inner and outer, and that's good to go. So it's actually quite a solid car. That is probably all we've got to talk about. We've got a lot of cars at paint at the moment. That dark blue one, which has been in with us for just about a week, that's going into the workshop. I think Jake's going to be looking at that. He's off today. he's going to be looking at that probably on Thursday. This one we just picked up is another cat theft, so Chris is going to be getting that in and making a cat for that. Ramp still broken, great. Roy has been doing, you alright Roy? Afternoon. You've already, this week so far, this camera's not doing what it's supposed to be doing. You've already done a front seal this week, front seal and lower wing, haven't you? That's at paint, that's on a Berkeley.
Yeah, that's done.
And then another one. That's
Got a front seal jacket on this one.
okay.
What's we have?
We'll paint that in house, won't we? That
Get a
one.
little, sorry?
We'll paint that one in house, won't we?
Yeah, I'm just going to
Yeah.
give it a little skim and then get it stone chips.
Cool.
And then put some paint on it, and that'll be ready to go off.
Got another one done.
Plays off for a geo.
Got Geo on this one, yeah. All right. Cheers, Roy. Night. This one here came in for a rear seal repair, so that was an inner and outer. You will notice the observer comes upon you. You'll notice spot weld divots. That is because we have finally found a spot welder that will work for what we need it to work for. So rather than plug welding those areas, we're moving over to spot welding to get a more OEM look. You can see that one if you can just about pick it out. That's the weld line there, and that's going to paint tomorrow. Jake's been doing a bit of work up on the A pillar, which I'll try and capture for you tomorrow. Le Mans is coming along really well. Slight setback in so much as we've got an issue, I don't know if you can see it in there, got an issue with the power steering rack leaking, and we've got to change the power steering rack, so trials and tribulations of a full restoration. And Grant is doing not under sealing.
Well, it should be under sealed. It's
Yeah, it's Mark III, yeah, it should be, yeah.
It's not booked.
No.
So,
Springs on that one, isn't it?
Springs.
Lowered springs.
engine service and free check-up.
Cool. All right.
That's
Simple one, that one.
it. It is.
So yeah, not a massive amount to go through. It's like that sometimes, a bit quiet in here today because Chris has been out. Hey? Oh, you can do, yeah. I've just mentioned about the steering rack, but
Can we go into more detail about it? Because people
Yeah, you
might
can.
just be thinking I've done something silly or stupid.
all right.
Should
Oh no, because I've turned it that way now.
I? So there was no. One of the last things fluids to put in the car was power steering fluid. Car wasn't really being run or driven or anything, but I was getting close to that point where we were doing it, so I thought, right, put some power steering fluid in. I had 2 leaks. Well, one was definitely I didn't. So on the on this pipe here that goes up to the power steering pump, it's the one that's on the top that has a big, I think like 21mm nut or something like that, but then goes to a bracket. I remember when putting it on, I sort of tightened it up a little bit, then got the bracket where it needed to be and tightened the bracket up, but then I didn't tighten back up the nut. So I had fluid coming out of there, which wasn't a problem. I tightened it up, that sorted that out. This up here was a problem. So I had fluid basically coming out of this joint here, and that obviously sits into this power steering rack. This comes down and bolts it up tight, and it didn't seal. I took it off a few times, made sure the threads were all clean, put it back on. It just kept leaking, and to the point where I would tighten it up. I could tighten it up, I'd crack it off a little bit, tighten it up a bit more. I got it to the point where it looked like it wasn't leaking, but you left it running for like 5 minutes and there was just a little bit of seepage in the top here, and I'd wipe it off, put brake cleaner on it, put tissue on it, it would disappear, and then it would sort of like come back again, so there was a slight leak. I then sort of tightened it up once more, and you know when you sort of tighten something up and you know that you're sort of close to that point of like, I don't think this will tighten up anymore, and sure enough it sort of like, I went round and then
That moment when it goes loose
and then
again.
more fluid sort of like came out, and I was like, well, I need to keep going, and then yeah, so the thread now, I don't know if you can see it. thread in the steering rack is now not there. Which I thought out of anyone that was going to disappear, it would be this, but yeah, you can sort of see it's just nothing in there. So,
Another rack.
yeah, which I've got over there. So the plan is to just take the rack out, bung that one in, plumb it in, make sure it don't leak, take it out, paint it. But other than that, there's been mucho progress in terms of the fact that things are on, mirrors, spoiler. I was just painting up accessories like the arms, wiper arms, a few bits of trim. You right, Grant?
Yeah, just taking
Going
me
up.
for a walk.
You know the ramp does come down.
I know, but it makes a noise.
So yeah, so it's literally a process of, if the steering rack went all right, I probably would have had maybe like a day on it, and then it was going to paint to have it all finished off. But that's that. But what we've got to get done now is this here is one of the strips for the body kit. So I've also, before it goes to paint, that goes on the seal, and then that tucks behind there, and on this one it's well bonded on.
Oh, okay. We thought we were missing one of them, didn't we?
Well,
There it is.
so in the process of the years going by, through sorting stuff out, I knew that was attached to that.
Right.
No, I didn't. Sorry, I'd come across this, but then I panicked, like, why we've only got one? And then when I checked the side skirts, I was like, one
There it
was
is.
stuck to back. So yeah, that would have been it would have been a massive problem, but it would have
Could've got around
would have
it,
had to
yeah.
replicate that with some aluminium. Probably.
Yeah.
So that's it really. So once I've done the steering rack, it's get these on the car, get the side skirts mounted, so the body shop haven't got to worry about doing it. I'm just going to get it so this goes on and that clips on, and then that's it, and the body shop will do the final mock-up. And then that's it. Get the wheels sent off.
Yep.
Interior. Have you done a shot of the
I
interior?
haven't, no.
It's all pretty much done.
Waiting for some door cards, aren't we?
Yeah, we've got a new door. They should be here this week, and I put the old roof back on because it's going back to the body shop and have a few bits done. It's going with a mohair with glass, and they're probably going to get dusty and then probably end up being grey. So when we get it back, put the car back together, and then literally the last thing to do will be
Change
the
that.
roof. And then yeah, so I've already told Matt, our customer, that it'll be late November, worst case scenario early December, when we literally wash our hands of it. Not completely, but then he's going to take over like the
graphics.
external
Yeah.
design. But
Cool.
I said to him, be your early Christmas present.
Yeah.
But as you say, we are going to have to do a lot of driving in it, I think. But I think from what it seems so far, it looks like it's probably right.
Yeah. With manual steering.
Okay.
Be fine with manual steering.
The manual?
With manual steering,
Oh,
then it'll be alright.
no, I think that will be fixed though.
Oh, okay.
I'd like to think it will be anyway.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.